画面切り替わりましたね。ですね、次のゲームが、タイニートゥーンアドベンチャーズ2、バスターバニーのかっとび大冒険ですね。ちょっといきなり爆音でびっくりしちゃった。あ、コナミですね。確かに。コナミだ。タイニートゥーンアドベンチャーズっていうんですけど、これ、ちらっと調べたら、バックスバニーかな、バスターバニーって書いてあるんですけど。何にも知りませんけど、なんかふわっとね、見ていきたいと思いますよ。あ、やっぱそうだ、バックスバニーですよね。
Like years later, I picked up as a speedrun because guess what? I had never actually beat it as a kid, so it's a little bit of backstory there. But yeah, I'm gonna show you what this game's about. It's a movie-themed game, sort of, and you'll see all about that. First of all,
後
I want to
輩、バッ
check
クスバニーの
if there's
後
an
輩が
activation incentive
バスター
for
バニーなんですね。
upgrade to hard mode difficulty, and I believe that got met. If that can be double-checked.
I will double check that. Yes, it does look like we are doing hard mode. Thank you to everybody who donated for that. And I just want to add that there are some other donations.
ライセンスドバイ任天堂って書いてあるの
We
は。
are still looking to take Marin on that lovely, lovely date. So $25 met out of 100 there. Get
ラ
those
ブリー
in.
ラブリーデ
We're
イ。
also looking to randomize the Dark King sprite for Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. And also for some shenanigans on Gardic phones. So please get those donations in. They go to a great cause.
Yeah, absolutely. Be sure to do that. And yeah, just also thanks for everybody who donated for this specifically. I'm looking forward to showing this off. I've mostly, whenever I show this up, it was like any percent. But this is basically any percent, but done on hard mode. So if you beat this game, they'll tell you about a certain input combination that you can do, which gives you access to hard mode.
あ、
So
ゲームボーイだとこういう記載があるんですね。
you have to press A and start simultaneously, and that will get you into hard mode.
あ、そう、スーパーゲームボーイですね。そう、機種がね。
Select the game, so it's gonna be 3, 2, 1, go.
グッドラック。
And there we go. It's gonna see. Okay. So yeah, this is Montana's Movie Madness. Basic story here is we have this movie theater that got opened by Montana Max, and there's a couple of movies playing, and then it turns out that all the movies have Buster featured in them as the villain, and obviously we need to fix that. So we're running and dashing and everything, jumping away through these stages. Actually, I need to go down here. But yeah, it's a pretty straightforward platform in that sense. But a fun one and some nice graphics, and the jumps are very good. So a lot to enjoy here. Starts off with this Western theme here, as you can see, and really some things where I'm gonna try and do things. There we go. Because yeah, well, one of the main differences on this difficulty
割と
is
素直な 2D アクションっていう感じですね。
compared to normal. So normally you would have
今んとこ
3
ジャンプかダッシュぐらいしかわかんないけど。
boost is such a little bit tougher to pull off, and you have to just be careful with health management anyway, because obviously it's way easier to die. And yeah, in addition, there's some other things like the game's made a bit more challenging.
あ、ハードモード、確かにカッコでな、書いてありますね。
There's a few sometimes slight tweaks, but they definitely help to make the game a little bit of a different experience.
ああ、みんな詳しいな。
So go through here. Like in this
人参がコインみたいな感じなんですかね。
which, you know, always does the trick.
何なのかな。
Also, thanks for the good luck, everybody. Let's see. So here we have a couple of these enemies throwing crates at us, which is always fun. And there's another one here that's actually added on hard mode, so we have to be extra careful for this one. I actually lost a little bit of health there, so I'm just gonna play this a little bit safer. Just gonna do a little kick here and then make our way to the boss. So, yeah, surprise, surprise, we're gonna be fighting Montana Max as boss every single time. So in this case, we got the cowboy here, Cowboy Max.
カウボーイ。
And we're basically
カウボーイだ。
trying to not land in the spikes and just stay on those horses. Also be prepared to hear a lot of the can-can. It's pretty much the theme throughout of the boss fight, so you'll be hearing it quite a bit. And especially now that
うん、やっぱ踏みつけるのが基本攻撃
normally they have the same amount as you do, which is 3 HP.
踏みつける以外の攻撃ないんですかね
Now to quote unquote balance things out, they actually gave them 5 HP over your 2 HP, so that's especially fair. But yeah, the boss fight itself is pretty straightforward. You just have to avoid the hats and then jump on max a couple of times. And
こ
there's
れ手前
actually
走ってるのは馬ですよ
in
ね
particular which I would have done if I would have had full
ウェス
health.
タンステー
I
ジ
would have I would have taken intentional damage, and that's basically because of this screen. So you do see that countdown, and as you would have guessed, if
最初に多分軽くストーリーの説明をしてくれてたんだと思うんですけど何急にフリースローなんで何もわからないけど急にフリースローが始まるこれがなんか獲得すると何か次のステージでいいことあるのかなもう全然こいつブロックする気ないじゃん
Yeah, this is just fine. So, no problem whatsoever.
今さっきぶちのめしたカウボーイじゃん
Alright, and that's
シアターって言ってたよねいやそうだよねサムライサーガ
you see those later. First, we have the second movie, which is samurai theme. So we have a little bit of a different.
ーなんかそういう
themes are pretty varied in that sense. So you see that in the level.
シアターで映してる中のなんかこう劇中劇みたいな感じなんですかねこのゲームもしかするとどうなんだろうだからやっぱり登場人物がなんだっけバスターバニーが主人公でもでなんだあれサムライステージなんでタンタラタンタンタンタンタン多分ボスがまたさっきのカウボーイと同じ子が同じ子がボスで出てくるのかなシャチホコ
for this room. So I'm actually choosing this one because it's generally a little bit faster, but also depends on
いっぱいいろいろ飛び交ってるな。
But yeah, I've always found this to be a little bit faster than the other. But it does end up over here, this water room, I guess, where it's easy to get submerged, which you shouldn't do because it's
水に使ったらダメなのかな一発アウトなのかな
Also means you have to wait a little bit sometimes.
急にそうなんですよ私もねこれ見て頑張れごいもう思い出したんですよねやっぱお城ステージ走るとね
That is because I'm once again trying to lower my health a little bit for the score countdown. So typically, this is a nice room to do it.
なんで急にあんなにせり上がってくるんでしょうね水がね曲がねなんかやや頑張れゴエモンっぽさを感じるんですよね3のからくり忍者屋敷みたいなこう一瞬ねそういう感じのメロディーが出てくるじゃないですかもなんでもっとなんでしょうねこれなんかあるのかなもマックスマックスなんで急にアルファベットやっぱり同じやつだボスがサムライ要素何どこ何に乗ってるのしかも俺カエルモンタナマックスなるほどマックス城なのかカエルなのかな何に乗ってたの全然侍感はなかったよSamurai stage.
Oh, very nearly beat it. Oh, nice. Yeah, so I played this as a kid, and I think I only made it up until this upcoming.
次は何が出てくるんだい
But I never had it myself until recently. But I ended up renting it a
Ah,
couple of times.
何また始まったぞ。
There's a couple of things like this mini game also that gave me so
綱
much
引き
trouble trying to beat it. Turns out in a speedrun it's
おー、
actually
落ちたる、落ちたる、落ちたる。
losing
え
to lose here because
なんで
you have
時
to
間
actually
かかるから
work,
やらない
more
ってこと
to win this tug of war.
レーダーありがとうございます。
The only
ただいま
downside is, you get this,
スピードランラグナロ
not,
ク2024
you can skip this,
ミラー配信しております。タイニートゥーンアドベンチャー2モンタナムービーマットネス。あ、モンタナーズムービーマットネスって書いてあるな。やっ
till that's done.
ぱりモンタナーさんがこの映画監督になっていろいろ作ったようなんだ。
Absolutely destroyed me as a kid.
そう、ボーナスステージっぽい何かな
But
ん
some of
で
the
すけ
best
ど、
music in the game too.
1ステージ目はね、フリースローでしたね。
It's a good showcase for some of the movement tech as well, and especially the dashing.
あ、何ステージだか見逃しちゃった。
There's a couple of things I can introduce here. So, in this case,
まあなんかスペースステージって感じですね。
back on my D-pad in order to control the momentum of my dash. I will actually keep dashing, but it does make me able to get through certain sections a little bit more, a little bit quick, get through it a little bit quicker. So, and also here with these enemies that are flying up, you can actually jump over them and then kind of hold back and then still land on the platform, that sort of stuff. Kind of tweak
お
it that way.
なんか乗り物が。
And now for an auto scroller, because I know you all love auto scrollers.
乗り物に乗ってるのにこれコードを
Well, this is the
調整
level
できないん
that
だ。
is,
ジャンプなんですね。
auto-scrolling it at least.
あくまでも。
Yeah, basically you have to make sure
一
not to,
瞬、
uh,
一瞬だけジェットパックみたいなこう噴射がね、起こるだけで。
Especially later on, it will turn out to have some difficult stretches,
Oh,
and that's
物理
I
だ。
think that's as far as I made it as a kid. So,
なんか
it's nice
敵
to
が出てくる
get
と
back
か
to
でも
speedrun,
ないんですね。
get into speedrunning this and then see the rest of this. Okay, I'm gonna focus on this for a little bit. So, if you have any donations or any other info, now's a good time for them.
All right, thank you. We're
いや、もっとホバーできんのかな、やろうと思えば。
for some of these incentives. And I want to remind everybody that if you definitely want to help us out, take this as vision is for game
うん、
community
結構長いな、
to
そし
support
て。
people experiencing mental health challenges, as well as to recognize the humanity and mental health of game creators. So, please hit exclamation point donate. And let's try to hit 4,000 here for the tiny.
ボスかな
All right,
まだ
yeah,
かな
let's go for it. Again there. So yeah, that was the auto scroller section. It's always a bit clutch, especially when you're on pace, I guess. And now we're in this very different room full of electricity. It is a future after all. And in the last few screens before we get to the boss, it's another good showcase also of the momentum control thingy that I was mentioning. Because I will be using it here
Oh.
quite a few times.
お
There's some televisions that we have to kick here because, as it turns
なん
out,
かようやくね、モンタナ以外の敵出てきたかなって思ったけど、あ、食らってる。
can be somewhat dangerous, the scent of these sparks, so we try to avoid that. And then we have crushers, which is always fun. And we're once again kind of holding back here to make sure that we can make it through here a little bit quicker. Just like that. Otherwise, you wind up bumping into the side of it, and that is not so bad. You don't take damage from it, but of course it's nice.
来た来た。
There's a nice flow to it if you can manage
モン
that
タナ
somehow.
マックス。
All right, and now it's time for another boss fight. So we have Max's this robot here that's
あ、
sending
これ
out
は
its
予想できた感じですね。割とね。
hopefully hit me, but of course I'm gonna jump over it. So this is one of the longer boss fights.
ててててててててててててて
Yeah,
て
well,
てて
again,
て
if I
て
would
て
have
て
taken,
なんで
if I would have had full health, I would have taken damage at some point, but now I don't have to, so I'm just gonna have to make sure to
ててて
avoid all the flying body parts here. And
なん
also gotta
か
make sure
遅延
to
されてる
land on Max's
そんな
head
ことはない
properly, because there's also this thing with hitboxes that
なんで頭がすっ飛んでいっちゃう
the
の
back of the hitbox it still tends to not register, so I have to be careful with that.
I'm a little surprised, actually,
こ
that
れはもう頭を
for a
さ、
Konami game that
つけない方
goes
が強いんじゃない
with
か
a
な。
futuristic theme, there's been absolutely no references to Gradius or anything like that.
I'm actually, yeah, honestly, now that you mention it, I'm surprised too. Yeah, it's also like the Konami tends to make like these insights references, I guess,
Oh.
and that would have been a very good fit, honestly. So I'm
Even
surprised
in
on
the
that front
auto
too.
scroller.
Yeah,
フューチャーステー
yeah.
ジ。
With the auto scroll, you could have included that at least, but yeah, I guess. Well, I mean, it's already sort. There's some difficulty to it as it is, of course. It would have been fun to see, though. I agree.
リリリリリ。
All right, well, that's it for the future flick. Now it's time for some little bit of a workout. How about some football?
お、何フットボールって言った
In this case, it's
フリースロ
meaning
ー違うな。
hold the ball
どう
up
い
in
うこと
the air, lead it towards the goal.
どういう状況なのこれ
Not
は
to。miss any of them, so we'll have some seconds left on the timer. Oh, oops, I missed that one. Okay, at least we can afford that.
これはちゃんとやるのかな
Make sure to.
綱引きは無視したけど。
Otherwise, we're gonna have another one of these cutscenes. And you see the balls drop in varying ways. So,
すごいな。
at some point, there's this little
器用だな、
twist
こ
where
れ。
I have to hit the one in the back first, and then the one in the front. So they do vary a little bit. Okay, I missed a couple, but still fine. So we're still skipping this cutscene right here. On to movie number
あ
4.
あ、綱引きは落ちればすぐ終わるけど、フ
Well,
リ
I
ースロー
guess,
と
I
か
guess
この
that's
今
the time
の
of this year, right? It's
リフティングと
a
か
very
は
recent movie.
時間いっぱい終わらないからじゃあやるかみたいな感じなんですかね。
It
2秒
is
早い。
indeed
そう
yeah.
そうなんだ。なるほどね。
It's nighttime.
今度はモンス
So
ター
yeah,
ステージだったかな
well, we have a lot of bats
あ
basically.
なんか
Lots of groups
ちょ
of
っと
bats that we have
墓場
to
みたい
avoid.
な雰囲気ですかね。
Gonna do that.
ゾンビとか
We could also kick them, but also
もう
jump
降
over
っ
them.
てきてるのが何なのか分かんないけど
This。screen it can be done quickly if I manage to do.
うん、
To
その
do
辺
like
にいるのはミイラ
if I
男っ
can
ぽい
reach
け
that.
ど、この飛んできてるのはよくわかんない。
It can be
M.
done quite precisely. So, see, jump here, and then make a bigger
ジャンプ
jump.
ヒュー
Land on these bats. Start from here again, and then do
あ普
this.
通に
Perfect.
こうアクショ
So
ンの
that's basically what you want to do there.
レベルが上がって
There's
る感
quite
じ
a
し
few
ますね。
obstacles, but it's actually this is one of the rooms that's pretty similar in both difficulties. So
おーそうコウモリじゃないかなって思いながら見てはいるんですけど、なんか丸っこいのでね、コウモリっぽく見えなくてですね。
which one is
なんだろうな。
called talking. So in this case, I actually got the best RNG there since you saw the first one talking there. Can be 1 through 4, and otherwise you have to.
お化け
follow
もい
a
る
little
し、
bit harder.
おお、
That was actually really ideal in that sense. Now have some bats to jump over. Yeah, I'm gonna avoid those carrots as much as possible because it's also adding to the score.
このステージ割と敵の種類が多いような気がしますね。
Right, now we're gonna escape
あ、
the flooding here.
閉じ込められた。
go
あ、
here, and then,
水が
let's see
上がってきちゃうんですか
how to do this.
誰がこの水攻めを実施してるの
You can make some pretty high jumps here, so you can take advantage of your abilities here and then get up especially quickly. I've been working on some routes to get through it especially quickly, but
また
that was pretty quick still.
あまた水。
Let's see. So, go up here, jump, jump, jump.
ジャンプちゃん。
And I have to make sure that I know where I'm going because there's wherever I'm going, there still has to be a platform there, right? That seems like it would be a good idea.
なかなかのアスレ
Okay,
チッ
so
ク面
we're
です
into,
ね。
what we had before, but with
Ah,
a bit of
マ
a
ックスに
twist,
なってる。
because now we have to see. Oh, this is wow! Holy crap! Marathon RNG is real. So you have to look at how many times the mouth gets opened for each character, and if the one that number that's not mentioned as such, that's the door that you have to enter. So in this case, they skip the 1, which is well, ideal RNG basically. So I'll take that.
あ、大丈夫なんだ。火消えてれ
Also,
ばいいの
you
かな
can kick candles, apparently. pretty handy to know you can just hug that side of the platform, just land on that candle and kick it. Otherwise, you get this extra animation where you get burned. But we skipped that.
お、なんかでっかい。
Okay, so now we have Max's.
もうフランケンシュタイン的なあれなのかな。
It's a pretty straightforward boss fight somehow. We just have to time it so that we land. Keep landing
早かっ
like
た。
that. And
何
it's not one of those
何
things,
何
regardless of health, that's it's a fight that can be done pretty quickly.
モンスターステージ。
Alright, that's the last of the regular stages, and now it's time for one more thing.
マックスが口を動かした回数で入る入り口が変わる仕組み。なんかチラ見してましたよね、絵を。なるほど。なんかギミックがあったんですね。あ、また何ステージだか見逃してしまった。なんかすごいこの映画を撮影してる現場みたいな、映画撮影してる現場にこんな岩降ってきたらたまんないですけど。あ、なんかメドレーかな、これまでのステージの。そういう感じかな。あ、それっぽいっすね。じゃあこれラストステージなのかな。私もウエスタンステージっぽかった。あ、ぽいぽい。フィッチャー。フィッチャーステージ。
flying enemies that or jetpack enemies, whatever you want to call them, that we gonna either kick or jump on top of. You also see these use some of them with the camera and everything, just to make it just to complete the picture.
Also, again, surprising they didn't go
ね、
for
モンスター
Castlevania
ステージか。さっきのね。
Also that, yeah. I mean, yeah, it would have been a very good idea. Or at least something like Kid Dracula or something would have been nice too.
Yeah, Kid Dracula would have worked.
Yeah, yeah.
え、ラスボス
Yeah, that's
どうすんの
getting into this last boss fight with Max, the movie director.
おう。ムービーディレクター
It's got his own name on it too. You just have to avoid these
うん。
cans.
結局生身のままだから
So
な。
gotta make sure not to get hit too often.
大丈夫、そのなんかフィルムみたいなの巻いてていいの？
Usually what works is I
大事なフィルムを
with,
さ。
with timing that switch hit there, so I can actually land on there because Max tends to have like an iframe in the beginning. Okay, get ready on time. That's gonna be on the final hit, so that's gonna be.
もうメカのやつが一番強かったですね。メカの頭が飛んでる間が一番強かった。
There was still a slight delay, but
これでタイマーストップかな？
Yeah.
ファイナルステージ。わかりやすい。
We got 20 minutes, 12 seconds, 12 or 13 seconds.
oh wow, that's actually really close to my.
グッドゲームでし
PB,
た。
because I think my PB for
Very
this was
パ
20 minutes,
パ
10 seconds, so it was super.
No
close.
more movies.
Yeah, this went really well. This was
My
definitely.
chance to be famous director.
Yeah, I didn't see any.
Celebrity and talk show guest has all gone down.
I can't. Yeah, I
Da.
can't believe it.
Dream.
Introduce everybody.
Great
So, yeah,
job.
this is,
You've
where
cleared this
we
hard.
have Max here, you know, all upset about
ハード
all
ク
the
リアしたこ
entries
とに対して
that
なん
have
か
gone down the drain. You
謝
do
辞を述べ
this
てくれてる。
in our normal mode, but the difference is if you beat it on that difficulty, you get a message saying, "Okay, now play it on the harder difficulty." And so now we've done that, and
ハードコース。You are a super player.
and also
We hope you had
just
fun.
acknowledge
Thanks for
our
playing.
achievements. We actually get
これが出るんですかね、ハードモードだとね、クリアすると。
there you go.
バスターバニーとバブスバニー。
The full Tiny Toon Adventures experience right here.
あんまり出番なかったような気がするけど、他の子たちは。
Literally off the stuff. So yeah. Hope you all enjoyed. This I mean this is a game that I grew up with as a kid, so you know I've always enjoyed it, even though
モンタナマッ
never
クス。
actually ended up beating it. But yeah, it's just it's a fun casual game as well. But and I've enjoyed doing the speedrun too. So yeah, if you wanna do some Game Boy speedrunning and you're like, hey, I wanna find a game.
ゲームボーイの
recommend this
ア
one.
クション作品としてはなんかちょうどいい感じの難易度でしたね。
It's definitely
わかんない。
bringing back
操作してみたら
vibes for me
めちゃ
too.
めち
I'm
ゃ
so
落ちるかも
happy
しれないけど。
that, we were able to showcase this.
Yeah.
So, everybody, thank you so much to janglestorm for playing
あ、1993年。
on Twitch.
Thank you.
And a little depressing that we've got a game over screen, but then
Yeah.
again, it is Konami. That is tradition for them.
Yeah, you still get the game over screen regardless. I mean, we still did the thing. You saw the thing. We did the thing.
Okay, so everybody, thank you again for sticking around. Please continue to do so. We have The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past randomizer run by Lana Bean coming up real soon, and we will be right back with that. But do make sure to get your donations in for incentives for the Final Fantasy Mystic Quest and Link's Awakening. Link's Awakening will be right after that Link to the Past randomizer, so get those donations in. In the meantime, we will see you guys very shortly. Stick around.
はい、ただいまのゲームがタイニートゥーンアドベンチャー2バスターバニーのかっとび大冒険でした。次のゲームまでしばらくお待ちください。